It's Becky from Becky D Holistics, and today I have a little bit of a different style video than I usually make. So usually I do ASMR style Reiki videos, or just the quiet Reiki videos. And because it's been requested, I am going to show you my crystal collection today, and also an idea of what beginner stones you might look for and why, and how to pick crystals for yourself and how to begin. And then after this I will do a few other videos, and that will be like an assortment of different crystals that might be helpful for, say, attracting abundance or love or just protection, for health. And I also will do one on the different chakras and the different crystals to help align our chakras. Okay, and I think I make one as well that it's going to show the different jewelry that I have and why I picked it and that sort of thing, just because these are all things that I find very fun and enjoyable. So I hope that you do as well. So I'm just going to pan down my tray here. So I have some larger crystals around the table, and I'll just show you what I have in my tray. I tried to collect as many as I could from around my home, and I have them in many different places around the home. So this is my little tray that I have collected, and I have them kind of sorted in the different groups that I'll be discussing. I actually have another crystal order that I have made, and I will be getting that in the next couple of weeks, so I'm hoping that it will come in and then I can add those also to these videos. Alright, so just to begin, how to pick the right crystals for you. So I know there's lots of different videos on YouTube, so this is just my personal way that I have chosen crystals. I do have a crystal Bible as well, but I had actually picked that up far after I started collecting crystals. I just usually would ask or would go into the crystal store and kind of go with instinct of which ones I was most attracted to. And then I would kind of look up their healing benefits afterwards. So there's no wrong way to pick a crystal. It's very much a personal decision, journey, but sometimes through guidance, it can help just to know where to start in general. So, so how do I choose crystals? So the way I started choosing crystals was actually through jewelry, and because I really enjoy wearing jewelry, and when I would have like a birthday or Christmas would come up, I would usually ask for some sort of jewelry, and I would just say also ask for it to have like some sort of crystal properties, because I always figure if you're going to wear something and it has a healing benefit, then it's going to kind of serve two purposes. It looks pretty and it also has healing benefits as well. So that's kind of how I started, funny enough. I didn't actually start with the different stones themselves, so it's been a bit of a journey for me, and I have never studied crystals before. I've just picked things up as I went along, and I've just really developed a love for them. So anyways, I'll just keep going with how to choose your crystals. So say you're going into a crystal store or somewhere that sells crystals. There's no wrong way for you to pick one. So to begin with, if you just kind of see, say, a display of the different ones, you might be attracted to a certain color, and you could hold it in your hand and see how it feels. And that's, if you like it, if you're drawn to it, that might be the one for you. So generally you're just looking for ones that give you a good feeling, like a positive feeling. So other ways that you can pick crystals, you can do your research and find different ones for certain things, but sometimes I can find that people overthink the different ones that they I think like, oh, this one is for attracting this and I need to have that in my life, and it's not always about that. So you can actually program different crystals to do what you want. So just because it says maybe you see a description for a crystal that it's for this specific thing, say amethyst is really good for relaxing and helping with anxiety, for as an example, but for someone else that might not be the case. Also, you could pick up a crystal and say that I want this crystal to attract love in my life, and you can just also do it that way. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, it's just over time and the different properties there's like color therapy and different reasons why certain stones will be used for certain things. So to start with some basic crystals in your collection, the first one I would suggest, I didn't start this way. If I was to redo it all over again, I might, but to be quite honest, when I would go into a crystal store, I had an aversion to selenite, but oftentimes people really love selenite because it has quite a nice sheen to it. It's very glass-like, and it has a really nice sound. So I've grown to love selenite, of course, because I use it so much now, but when looking for crystals, this, funnily enough, was not one that I was attracted to. So over time, things change, and if you were looking for one to begin with, selenite's super easy to come by. It comes in many, many different forms. You can get them, I have like a little round ball. You've seen me probably use these in my videos, and this is the wand that I like to use when I'm doing Reiki on people, just to clear their energy. So selenite is actually made of salt compounds and is a clearing crystal. So anything that selenite comes in contact with will clear it. So if you think that you personally have picked up energies along the day, you could just, you could touch your body to it, or you could just go along your auric field. You could wear it as a necklace just to constantly keep yourself cleared. And to clear your other crystals or anything else in your home, you can just have that kind of touch your crystals and it immediately clears them. So that's what I love about selenite, is that it's a super clean energy and emits a wonderful energy out as well. But whatever it comes in contact with will be cleared. And so what I love is like just setting it here, and then these crystals all around it, just touching the selenite will clear those crystals also. So it's just, I believe, one of the ones that are great to begin with, so that you have a crystal that will clear your other crystals. If that makes sense. All right, so the other ones that I would start with, this isn't necessarily true for everyone, like I said. Crystal quartz, another super easy crystal to come by. It comes in many, many different ways, and there's no right or wrong way. So this one I use as like kind of a amplifier. So clear crystal amplifies any other energies that it touches or it's around, including negative ones. So you do want to program your clear crystals, and that can entail, actually, you can whisper to it, you can just hold it and set the intention quietly that, say you want to use this crystal to emit love throughout the day, and you could put this in your pocket for that reason. So the reason why you want to program clear crystal is because it will amplify absolutely any energy that it comes in contact with. So if you have, say, a stressful work environment, or things going on in the home, clear crystal might not be the one for you. So you just want to make sure, though, to always let it know what you want it for. Because if you were to, say, use it with rose quartz, and that's another one that I would say is a beginner starter stone. I have little pieces of rose quartz like this that fit nicely in the pocket. So for instance, if you really wanted to attract love into your life, So I've got, let's see, I have so many pieces of clear quartz, it's crazy. I just use these two as an example. So this piece of rose quartz and clear quartz, put these together. I want these to attract love and friendship into my life, and I could put those, say, into my pocket for the day and walk around with them and have that intention that that's what they're for. All right. The other piece of clear quartz that I use is, I have this nice gigantic piece. Isn't it pretty? It is double-sided, so just an absolutely gorgeous piece. I love it so much. So what I like to do with this piece, which is kind of fun, and it has this like little cave area in here, I could put something that I wanted to amplify. Say we do want to use it for love. You could put that in here, and I would just set this in, say, my living room or bedroom or whatnot, and just have that intention that we're attracting love with the energies. So crystals, just a side note, are all made naturally from the earth, and you can get them from all different ways, but they mine for them. They find them in the ground. So the earth crust is actually a high percentage is made out of crystals. So different parts of the world have different properties, which makes different types of crystals. So that's why you're going to have a different type of crystal made, say, in Pakistan than you would, say, in Costa Rica, or Arizona is quite popular for crystals. So because of their different soil and environment, they actually compound different types of crystals. And you can actually get ones that are from the ocean, and ocean jasper is actually quite popular, and it is like one that they harvest in the caves that the ocean waves kind of propel. And anyways, so, oh, and labradorite, for instance, is really cool because it's actually from Labrador, and it's, I believe it's not underground, could be caves, but it's more like on top of the ground where they get that from. So lots of different areas of the world that different crystals come from, and in turn make all the different colors and properties of those said crystals. So the other ones that I would start with, so we talked about selenite and clear quartz. The next one is going to be, I'm going to talk about rose quartz. So I'll show you my big mama. I got this beautiful piece of rose quartz. All right, and I just keep this in my living room, and you can get tiny little pieces as well. They come in all sorts of different ways. You can get towers, you know, all sorts of different things, points and spheres, and there's no right or wrong way. Rose quartz is absolutely gorgeous, and until I really got into collecting crystals, I had an aversion as well to the color pink. And as I got going and started working with the different chakras, and also knowing the different properties and what they do, now I absolutely love rose quartz. But when I first started shopping for crystals, I did not, didn't get any rose quartz for the longest time because I just wasn't attracted to the color pink. So funnily enough, I have a shipment coming and most of it is pink. So things do change, and that's why I said there is no rules, and this is just a general little like idea. So so the next crystal I would say for a beginner would be amethyst. So I just have this nice little collection of amethyst here. I like to have amethyst jewelry. I make it and put it on my Etsy shop, and then I have pieces like this just because I was attracted to it, and amethyst is my birthstone, so it's been in my life my whole life. And so I have gotten so many pieces of amethyst growing up, and lots of jewelry with amethyst in it. So I was a little bit over amethyst, to be quite honest, and absolutely fell in love with it yet again, and Anyways, I use this one to brush my cat. If you see my video, I've talked about how I use it. It works really well for that, the little teeth. So it's not just beautiful, it's functional as well, people. All right, so the last one that I have to really mention just for this video today, for just kind of what I would say is your beginner stones, would be citrine. And I've got lots and lots of citrine, and I love the color of citrine to begin with. I've always loved orangey yellow colors, so citrine for me was the one I was always attracted to going to the crystal stores. And then of course finding out that it's very good for attracting abundance and wealth just made it so that I had even more pieces. So citrine like this, I believe they actually do color the stones like this, and then there's natural citrine as well, which is a much more dull color. So I just have both because, you know, you can never have too much of a good thing. And so, all right, so yeah, so these are all the different ones that I would start with, and like I said, there's no right or wrong way. Of course, if you're a crystal collector, you might have started a different way, but I feel like these are all also very affordable stones to start off with and easy to find. So I just wanted to show you a few different pieces. This one I just love. It's just this like awesome piece of clear quartz, and it's got some rainbows in it, and it of course looks amazing in person. Right. And I got this cute little point as well. I'm really attracted to points, like triangles, more than I am like tumbles, and that's just my personal preference. There is no right or wrong stone to get, but for instance, like if you wanted to make a crystal grid, you, like they say, to put like a point just to amplify the energies. So of course we'll get into that on some upcoming videos. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I'll write down my little list below in the description if you wanted to go back to it. And if you're ever interested, I'm going to start probably selling crystals on my Etsy page shortly. And if you live in the London, Ontario area, you can always just shoot me a message if you are interested in some. Okay. Alright, so I'll just say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for this fun little exploration of my crystals that I have. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.